Welcome back to Henry Hatsworth, the Song of Life.
Oh no, is there gonna be more singing?
Nah, there was enough singing with Lance.
No, this is the part where we have to shake the baby.
Oh.
No. Please don't shake the baby.
But he wants to be shaken.
Not when you're playing that one baby mama game that was, by the way, I haven't really shown off the special attack for the boomerang yet. And that's because it's weird. And you'll see why in a minute. It's a defensive weapon. For the most part.
So you just get the Jewel Shield from Mega Man 9, I see.
Or I was gonna say the Leaf Shield from Mega Man 2, but sure.
The reason I went with Jewel Shield is because that one, with the Leaf Shield, as soon as you, press a direction, you shoot the Leaf Shield out that way. But the Jewel Shield is, it sticks with you for a good while. It's, the best shield in any Mega Man game.
Yeah, it's basically infinite. It only goes away when it starts absorbing damage for you. It's also very resource intensive. It will basically take up 50% of the puzzle meter bar.
Oh.
That little nook, by the way, that's something else. We'll look at that in another video.
I smell a bonus level.
Yeah, that shield is infinite. It will stay with you, basically, even if you switch out other weapons, it will stay with you. Basically, the only thing that makes it go away is when it starts absorbing damage. It's also worth noting that it's not impermeable. It has hitboxes individual to each of the spheres. So you can still take damage if, for instance, an enemy sword goes through the shield and hits you.
I see.
This level is also quite vertical. It's almost set up like a Sonic level, in that there's usually at least 2 or 3 paths at any given time.
Yeah, it's kind of a deviation off of what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I kind of like it, although there are some pretty evil sections later on. Par for the course, really. And this is where we're supposed to meet the pilot swapped Slight that we met at a bonus level. Yeah, depending on what kind of enemies you face, your shield can get absorbed fairly quickly. But it's still fairly handy to have around, mostly during the free platforming sections, not so much for the combat parts.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so for example, the broadsword of a Slight, that's actually not very good against the shield, because the hitbox is very large, and it will both absorb a part of the shield and hit Henry because it's so wide. Oh hey, it's the exploding slimes again.
That is some lava flow.
Yep.
This is gonna be a lot of timing puzzles, isn't it?
Well, at first it starts you off with timing puzzles. But then, I mean, not to give anything away, but there are blocks that you can fill in.
What I don't like about this level is the falling rocks. I don't feel like you get nearly enough time to see them coming.
They're on a timer.
Even so, do they just fall where you are?
Okay, this section is not the best. I mean, when the falling rocks come in, when they're on an angle and a slope. In this part though, I don't think they're timed. But when they're falling down, for example. Also, I like this guy's position. It's like he's asking you to paint him like one of his French monkey boys. Or it's like he's relaxing on the beach somewhere. Very, very at peace in death. I ran right into that. What the hell was I thinking? And here's one of the disadvantages of having the boomerang, because I could not fire another boomerang there until I slowly waited for it to come back.
Aw.
Ah.
Because I was old Henry, and thus I could only fire one boomerang at a time.
You know, the skill ladder is ridiculous in this game, but at least they're continually giving you tools to deal with everything.
Yeah. And even at the point where they stop giving you tools, they at least have enemy design that's good enough that you can pretty instantly read when, where, and how you can use your available tools against them. Yeah, see right there, I've talked before about how you can neutralize the exploding slimes before they aggro. That was a good example of that.
Yeah.
And here's another good example of the flashing power icons that I've talked about before. So I was actually able to kill that door slightly earlier. I also haven't really talked about the door, the item block, or the enemy block that drops. And here's an especially devious trap.
Pretty rude.
Yep. I will talk about the enemy block. You'll see that sort of key-looking thing. That is the enemy block that drops when you defeat a door, as well as another enemy that we'll be seeing later, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes once we see that other enemy.
Bunch of little nooks and crannies in this level, too.
Yeah, plenty of kooks and grannies on this map.
Henry, please. Like, I know you're getting up there, but try to be professional here.
This is the only thing left in his life. He has to have fun with it. This is also the one offensive move you have with the special move. When you press up and A, it will shoot out one of the projectiles, and you lose that, but it does a very powerful attack. I have to be very careful here, because I'm down to 4 hearts. So anything in the lava, that's instant death. And unlike enemy attacks, lava and I believe spikes as well, they negate invincibility from or the mercy invincibility from enemy attacks. So if an enemy knocks you into lava, that instantly kills you.
So no damage boosting to save time. Got it.
You can damage boost like through enemies, but not environmental hazards.
What about like the lava? I guess the lava falls. Do those also instantly kill you?
Well, no, they do the usual 4 hearts of damage.
Okay.
Clever mechanics sealing those off there.
Yeah, and this is also why you really shouldn't be dealing with boomerangs unless you have a lot of blocks on the bottom screen to dealing with keys. I was trying to sort of force it to home with a slightly powered up, but not really, boomerang. It didn't quite work there.
It's all or nothing with these things.
Yep. I also like how the boomerangs will instantly home in on any nearby enemy as soon as it's finished killing this one.
Even one's off screen. Wow.
Yep, it's very smart. Basically, as long as it's spawned in the environment, it will home in on it. So we've been to hell, we've been to the beach, and now we're going to be at a hell factory.
Did we step onto DK Island? What happened?
So this is... Okay, it's a thwomp.
Yeah, that is just straight up a thwomp.
Yep. This is the other enemy that drops that key-like enemy block. And this block cannot be moved, no matter what you do.
Oh, okay.
So you have to destroy it with by solving it. You cannot move it within the puzzle realm. I mean, it'll be affected by the gravity of everything else around it, but you cannot physically move it with the cursor.
Interesting.
It also has a very cruel attack if you let it bring up to the bottom screen. I don't think I show it off in this video, but I will later. And these kind of work like the the crushers in Crash Bandicoot 2, where it's motion detected. Yeah, see, I wasn't really able to do a blue combo there because that red key was in the way. Very mean. See, even there, the boomerang went off screen over to the left to get that swamp that I let live before.
It's a very persistent boomerang, I'll give it that.
Yeah. And now, in a minute, we're gonna see the payoff to all of this shenanigans. I love that little set piece.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that in Super Mario World.
Henry Hatsworth does not do a lot of, level design gimmicks that are original, aside from its top screen, bottom screen stuff, but I'll be damned if it doesn't do them well.
It's the most unique derivative experience you'll ever have.
How's that for a box quote?
Man, I could have written for IGN.
I was trying to think of a too much water joke, but I can't see how that would actually apply here, so... You win this time, IGN!
Too much lava, 7.8 out of 10.
Ice physics? Those went out of style with Mario Brothers. 7 out of 10.
This is IGN, not Irate Gamer. Oh, that reminds me of the, this isn't Irate Gamer, but of the other AVGN clone that was the inspiration for that entire Game Grumps episode of Mickey Mousecapade.
Oh, God.
I don't remember the guy's name. I think they went out of the way to make sure that they didn't name him specifically. Just so they wouldn't harass him, but...
Yeah, that was probably a good call on their part.
Yeah, I remember the bit, and I'm not going to repeat any of it here because, ratings and YouTube and everything else, but that was 20 minutes of Aaron going to town on the poor guy,
Yeah.
And it was hilarious.
And speaking of repeating things, that enemy is basically just a Wizrobe. I think its design is pretty close to like the NES Zelda version of a Wizrobe. My brain went all kooky there for a minute. So that the Wizrobe actually has several very strange attacks. I didn't really get a chance to show it off here because I killed it very quickly. But I will demonstrate it later. It has several very unique attacks.
I suspect it's one of those enemies where if you don't manage it, it makes your life miserable.
Yeah, so it basically, much like the Wizrobes in the Zelda games, they're those enemies that are extremely annoying. You can kill them easily, but if you don't take priority of them first, they will haunt you.
I'll be damned, it is.
Yeah, also, because I took damage there, but I also gained Super Meter back from taking damage, so thank you for that. Thanks, Wizrobe.
He's a helpful buddy.
So this is one of his attacks. He drops down into the puzzle realm, and that block, it acts like an anchor that Lance Poisson had. So it'll keep bringing the puzzle realm up and dragging it up until it's destroyed. And that is only one of several different attacks that Wizrobes have. Sadly, or perhaps I should say thankfully, it does not have the ability to spawn enemies. At least not on the top screen. I was really trying to see if I could get up there, but I don't think I have the upgrade I need yet.
Yeah, I don't think you can make that. Unless you want to touch the Wigglies.
Well, you can't really make it from up there. I can't have we seen these yet? I can't remember. I think we did.
The
The
what now?
Wigglies?
Yeah, these currents there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
I don't know about
they
the
showed up in
currents.
3-1. Yeah, they showed up in 3-1.
Yep.
Actually,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure those
yeah,
Wigglies are
that-
just seaweed.
I've played enough Ninja Turtles to know better.
Ouch. Whoa, there we go.
Henry, do we need to get you your medicine? Are you okay?
I refilled my medications earlier this morning. I think I'm okay. This one's pretty tricky.
What kind of hell would that be if every time Henry became a young man, all of his chronic health problems from old age went away, and then you take enough damage that all of his health problems are magically back?
I'm pretty sure the answer to that would be something like the stress mechanic in Metal Gear Solid 4.
That sounds about right, actually. Yeah.
Like Henry gets back problems. You'd have to put like the Arsenal press to make his back feel better.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I made that section look a little easier than it actually is. I do have to emphasize a little easier. Also, these exploding slimes are not very smart. They will run straight into the lava. I was trying to do a little trick shot. Eventually, I just gave up and did it the boring way.
Yeah, you need to be a little more further out before you can do that one.
It is fun to do trick shots with the bombs. They have like just the right trajectory.
When is it not fun to do trick shots, though?
Yeah. And here's another interesting gimmick with the boulders.
Aha!
I'm surprised they didn't take this opportunity to just say on the box that this game has a cover system.
That does sound like something that EA would do. Exciting cover-based gameplay.
Technically speaking.
It's in there. Don't check us on it.
Please don't bring us to court. We need these guys for Madden. Speaking of, oh, by the way, this is another Wizrobe attack. The Wizrobe also has the ability to randomly turn other blocks on the screen into monster blocks.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay. Continuing my ability to be completely wrong about things in this LP. Remember that whole spiel I just went on about invincibility being negated when you go into lava? That was a complete lie. Sorry about that.
How dare you try to convince our viewers that they're a lot more vulnerable than they really are.
It's not like this game needs extra difficulty.
I don't know. I'm just not feeling challenged. I could use like 8 or 9 more Wizrobes. Maybe if Nintendo wants to get on that train and make Hatsworth Maker, somebody could come up with that level.
Oh, by the way, we have destructible ground now with enemies that
This
are
is a rude
exploding.
mini boss fight.
Oh, this is pleasant. Oh.
Thankfully, we can restore the ground.
Oh, it breaks so fast though.
Yeah, it does.
OSHA is gonna have a field day.
Or they would if any of their inspectors survived.
It's good that they didn't like overwhelm you with enemies on the left too.
Yeah, like 2 enemies is enough. And just when you survive that gauntlet, we have the mother of all elevator scenes. And being Hatsworth, you know that they're not going to let you off easy on this.
Are there just like random spike platforms on the way up?
Nah, they just overwhelm you with like Dynasty Warrior levels of enemies.
Okay, so it's not. At least it doesn't do crib from that bit from Boomerang Kawanger stage in Mega Man X then.
Yeah. I'm keeping the bombs for the boss fight against the captain because you really need them. Oh yeah, you got exploding slimes on a very small elevator platform.
This factory is making me immediately think of the Canadian Safety Board commercials.
Oh yes.
I'm Henry Hatsworth, and I'm on an adventure to collect all of these MacGuffins.
I saw those on TV when I was a teenager. They
are terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. And the first time I saw them, I had no idea what was coming. The one that stuck with me the most when I was like 16 or 17 was the sous chef that gets sprayed with hot burning oil.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah.
That's like what those PSAs are. It's one of the few times where you know shock value is actually effective at getting a message across.
Like I don't want to send the viewers on a wild goose chase. Those and the Irish road safety commercials that they can't play before 10 o'clock at night are terrifying, and they stick in my mind all the time. And this level and the way that this factory is makes me immediately think of all of those terrible safety commercials.
Well, if you need to think of something more wholesome, just think of the "Don't put it in your mouth" commercial. Don't stuff it in your face.
Now, one of the things that I've noticed about the Wizrobe is every once in a while he opens his Wizrobe and waggles his house hippo around. The house hippo, that was wholesome.
At least he brought underwear.
And now, and now we're fighting 2 Wizrobes. Pretty much the only good thing about the anchor when he does the anchor is that if you manage to destroy the anchor block, then the Wizrobe is dead for good. That's like the only good thing. Oh, by the way, 2 eye doors.
This is just obnoxious.
At this point, I'm going to ask, did you undersell how much the difficulty ramps up in this game?
Yes, I think so.
Holy shit, man.
In fact, oh, hey, look, it's the fish.
Oh yeah, he's just been swimming by.
Yeah, he's still got angry eyebrows.
That fish looks like he found Dory and he's holding her for ransom.
Well, next up, it's the boss fight against the captain. I'm looking forward to that. Well, it's going to be in the other half of this double update, I should say. But that is the boss fight against the captain is going to be great. I generally prefer it mechanically over Lance, even though Lance has the better music. But
this is just gonna be all kind of weirdness, isn't it?
Yeah, the captain is. There will be some very, very dark comedy. And speaking of underselling it, I'm probably underselling how dark the comedy is.
Well, let's get to it then.
Tune in like right now and find out.